I just spent a few hours analyzing my YouTube channel for the first time with AI, and it almost stopped me from ever making a video again. It gave me tons of ideas, hooks, strategy, content, and instead of actually making a video, I just went down a rabbit hole of trying to make everything perfect for the next video. I realized that it wasn't necessarily the videos that I needed to fix, it was my approach for trying to improve things. And I also imagine it's something you might be struggling with today, and that's actually why I wanted to make this video. Today I want to talk to you about two big things that are probably keeping you stuck. One is analysis paralysis. The other one is placing too much importance on the thing you're actually trying to do. So today I want to break down what that looked like for me and how I got unstuck and how you can get unstuck. So I threw all this stuff in AI. It printed out a bunch of statistics. It showed me, where people are dropping out at, what's wrong with my content. I uploaded a couple transcripts of the videos. And then it's like, you need to do X, Y, and Z. And I started to try to create a video around that. And it looked like really stale, generic, boring. And I was like, I'm not doing this. And, it's ironic because we use AI for a tool, but sometimes we get so much data we don't know what to do with. And it can kind of stifle us and trip us up in getting us to do things we would not normally do. Essentially, you're becoming less authentic with these suggestions. So I think this is a problem that many people probably struggle with, is that they equate more information as being better, right? Maybe you're trying to start a business, and so you wanna research every business that's been made in your niche. You wanna study it, you wanna analyze it, you wanna come up with the perfect business plan. It's all this information. Our brains can only handle so much data. And at some point, less is more. Obviously, you want to have an idea of what you're trying to execute and some sort of a trajectory you're going to move upon. But knowing every single detail, what you need to do, analyzing everything, it's just kind of what MJ DeMarco talks about as action faking. Right? I've had this channel for, I started making videos consistently about a month ago, which thank you to all the subscribers. I appreciate you. But I don't need to have it all figured out right now. I don't need to have the perfect video. And even if, down the road, I don't need to have the perfect video. And I think that trips up a lot of people. You do not need to have the perfect business plan. You do not need to have the perfect thing to go talk to that girl. You just need to go and do it and execute it. You need to have I just need to know, I remember when I was talking to girls, I would just say, hey, I thought you're beautiful. That's all I knew I had to say. When I was working on my app, I was like, I know I have this idea. This is what I need to do. However, the other component that was tripping me up that I think a lot of people probably do is I was placing a lot of importance on this. And this is a concept called outer importance from Vadim Zeland's book, Reality Transurfing. Highly recommend if you're into anything metaphysical. But I was basically putting the you-know-what on a pedestal, right? I was putting the YouTube video on the pedestal in this case. Whether I make a good video or a bad video, obviously I want it to be good, but ultimately it doesn't matter. My 80-year-old, so let's just say this video sucks today and no one gets value out of it. I'll be a little bummed, but 80-year-old me who's in the rest home, in the adult diaper, pooping his pants, isn't gonna care. I could die tomorrow. If you go talk to that girl today and she says ew, you're disgusting. It doesn't matter, really. On a cosmic level, we're gonna die, entropy's happening. Really, you're not gonna care when you're 80. And I realized that too, and it made me laugh. I was just placing all this importance. And I do this in a lot of things. I've done this with women throughout my life. I just place too much importance on whether or not they accept me. And on some level, maybe I'm placing too much importance on you guys accepting me. Okay? The video has to be perfect. The video doesn't need to be perfect. And I think you can apply this to your own stuff. It doesn't have to be perfect. I would encourage you to find something that inspires you and that you can act authentically. So if you're really passionate about making cupcakes, and right now you're making Frisbees, I would encourage you to figure out a way to make cupcakes because that's more in line with your authentic self. And what's interesting, when I took the pressure off, I just said, you know what, I'm not gonna deal with this right now. I'm gonna meditate. So I meditated, and sure enough, the idea came for this video. So the idea arose spontaneously when I was in a more relaxed state. So oftentimes You know, when we place a lot of excess importance on things, we place the pressure on ourselves and it constricts our thinking, and we're less likely to come up with good ideas, or we're less likely to act in a way that is conducive for our success. Okay, if you're freaking out in your mind about placing so much importance to go talk to this girl, you're gonna be like stuttering because you're in your head. Whereas like if you're just kind of inspired, like, wow, you are so gorgeous, I wanted to meet you. But I got inspired for this video because like, what? This is what I'm struggling with. I'm sure I'm not alone. And maybe I can integrate some psych topics along the way. So it's win-win. I think Einstein talks about this too, though. Or that's where he got the theory of relativity, like when he was relaxing or something. I want to say Newton did too. He's like, what is it? He was like sitting in front of an apple tree. But if you find yourself placing too much importance on the thing, go do something relaxing. Meditate, walk, work out, get a massage, have sex, just reset. But the irony is, you know, too much importance, too much information, it stifles creativity and it stifles authenticity. So where are you right now putting too much importance on something? That's almost inevitable. Like, I would bet money you're putting too much importance on something. Maybe analysis paralysis. I don't know. That's probably for my neurotic brothers and sisters out there. I'm definitely high on neuroticism. I'm a perfectionist. I'm a recovering perfectionist. So that's what I think the analysis paralysis more is for those types of people. And I am one of them. So if there's something standing in your way right now, so if there's something you want to do right now, but analysis paralysis or excess importance is standing in your way, just commit to an action. I think that's why it's like good to have a system, like systems over goals, meaning like I'm gonna make a YouTube video X amount of days a week, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Or you know what, I'm gonna launch a business by 2 months from now. I'm gonna give myself a finite amount of time to plan, and I'm just gonna do it. Or you know what, I'm gonna talk to the first beautiful girl I see today. And that's a good way to get around your brain's tendency to want to try to figure it all out. To analyze all these things that aren't worth analyzing. Again, some level of planning is important, but when the planning gets in the way of action, then it's not good.